Meet the Heavy was the first of the Meet the Team trailers for Team Fortress 2 in 2007. Source 1 filmmaker would publicly release years later in 2012. Coming pre-installed with a working file of Meet the Heavy, allowing us to see how it was created, including having access to the list of objects Valve uses in the short. It also gives us glimpses of some behind-the-scenes content for not just the trailer, but even for the game more generally. The trailer originally had a different plot as revealed in these early, and in one case, uncut audio snippets still remaining in the SFM file.
Yes? Oh. Okay, yes, I see. This is very bad news. Yes, okay, much more sense. Our flag has been captured! Okay. I get into unhappy place. I go to place. Okay, I am there. Our flag. She has been captured. Somebody hold me. You guys want another one?
Every location used in the trailer was put onto one map. At least 2 maps were created for the trailer, MTT Heavy and the almost identical AFD Warehouse. As the trailer was being made at the same time as the rest of the game was being developed, and the trailer seemingly went through a number of revisions, you can actually spot an unused and slightly different styled red spawn room. The multi-story building first seen in the interview with Heavy was custom built, and does not come from any other map. He is sitting in the loft, which itself is above a 2-door garage. There's even a normally unseen staircase and elevator to go between the garage and the loft. Behind the camera is an entire office space and hallway. As well as other utility areas. Directly behind Heavy, though difficult to see in the trailer, is a large box that is a 2001 part build-your-own drivable tank. Also, completely obscured by Heavy, is a crate with blueprints in it. Some of the textures and props used in the warehouse that Heavy is in are at least partially unique to this space and to SFM, as bringing the map into TF2 proper causes a bunch of errors. Hammer also reveals that many of the god rays and smoke effects in the building are brushes rather than particle effects. As for what happens with Heavy in this building, when Heavy rests Sasha on the box model changes. The original box actually slides below the ground, and the new one slides up. Although impossible to see in the trailer, this new box has rows of 40mm grenades sticking out of it. Despite sitting for the entire interview, only 2 of the scenes actually feature Heavy in a chair. Every version of the trailer shows Heavy using an older class insignia. As SFM uses the retail versions of the classes, Heavy is how he looks in-game currently. When it came time to use Dustbowl for the ending of the trailer, it was pulled from an earlier version of the map. The section used is only supposed to be the first point. As to be expected, since it is only supposed to be the first point, and meant for a scripted short, parts of the map are missing where you can't see them, like in the tunnels. Along with other details like the capture point itself being missing, and the resupply lockers being missing. We know this is from an earlier version of Dustbowl thanks to a number of other details you can spot. For example, the big Out of Bounds building has far more detailing, including a water tower that isn't there. The water towers themselves in the map are also higher resolution compared to those used in TF2 itself. This fenced-off area lacks the tunnel seen in the retail version of the map. The landform Heavy stands on is also replaced with rocks in the retail version of the map. One of the tunnels heading to the second point and red spawn also appears to be somewhat different. One of the out-of-bounds tunnels in the blue spawn also has a light-up texture implying sunlight, which isn't there in retail either. And one of the other tunnels heading towards the second point also has a seemingly cut Easter egg, where a minecart has an engineer toolbox and an ammo crate. As the skybox isn't really seen in the trailer, it doesn't contain as much detail as the retail version. Though, unlike the playable map, there are moving clouds for this Meet the Heavy version. And seemingly wrapping these together, a huge chunk of the final 2 points remain as they are right beside the first point, despite not being in the short. There are a number of differences here too, with the final point being designed very differently. Not only are the stairs surrounding the capture area smaller, but it seems there was an entire room that jutted out towards where the final point sits. This room appears to have a window that can look out into the main play space, so it's possible this was intended to be another floor-level bunker like the one up the road in retail. It seems this room was accessible via a stairwell that wrapped around the room, with the entrance to this stairwell being behind the final point. And finally, one of the out-of-bounds areas was also seemingly supposed to use the top-secret door texture, which didn't end up happening in retail. As for the actual battle in this section, the other classes wait for their marks to move. These classes also don't show up in the object list, suggesting that they are then recorded from gameplay. The SFM file also includes the original voice lines by Gary Schwartz, without any of the additional effects from the trailer.
I am heavy weapons guy, and this is my weapon. She weighs 150 kilograms and fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Oh my God, who touched Sasha? All right. Who touched my gun? Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. I've yet to meet one that can outsmart Bullet. Cry some more! That is good, no? Cry some more.
The first version of Meet the Heavy was released in May 2007. It is different than the other Meet the Team trailers, and has a couple of differences with later re-releases of Meet the Heavy. This original version doesn't feature an intro card, and the outro card is an older image showing what the classes looked like pre-release. The SFM file given to the public appears to be based on the original 2007 version of the trailer file, as it has no space for the intro card. Unlike the other Meet the Team videos included with SFM, the outro stills are not included with Meet the Heavy. Edited versions, featuring some updates to the footage, were released over the next 2 years on YouTube. One of the earliest edited versions officially on YouTube can be found on EA's channel, being released in October 2007. It features the intro card and an updated outro card. The one currently on Valve's channel, and the final version of the trailer, was released in 2009, and is stylistically aligned with the other Meet the Team trailers. Finally, since we are able to replay the trailer from any point in space in SFM, here it is from several different angles in comparison to both the 2007 and 2009 versions of the trailer.
I am heavy weapons guy. And this is my weapon. She weighs 150 kilograms and fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. Oh my God, who touched Sasha? All right. Who touched my gun? Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. Maybe. I've yet to meet one that can outsmart Bullet. Cry some more.